Okay, so I'm at Max's right now. I'm looking for some final touches to my room because I want to give you guys a room reveal, but I need a curtain, a blackout curtain, and a duvet for my bed. So I was told that, you know, Max's have like a really big decor section, which they do. I haven't been up here in a long time, but it's really extensive. So I look crazy. I took my hair off last night because I was over it. But the electrician is here and I'm about to get my room started, and I wanted to show you guys what my room looks like before, like what it looked like before the additions of like the things I bought over the past couple months, so you guys can see the empty shell that it really was. And then when it's done, you can kind of see that transformation. So here we go. I had to get white switches and plugs because I can't find any black ones here at any of the hardware stores in Kingston and Portmore. So I'm gonna get black spray paint and spray paint these before they go in today.
I feel like that was just crappy. I'm a person.
To be honest.
What is it?
We put the AC switch thing up here, so that's the addition up there. So we added this plug here for the TV. And you know what I like about the plug placement right here is that the thing actually goes right over the plug. When I measured it last night, the TV wrap thing, it goes right over it. So that's perfect. So I won't have any hanging cords or anything. And then this plug down here says the old plug, but had to dig through the wall to kind of extend the electricity to right here, so and to up there. So it's the upside down here, guys. And this plug is staying. So we're gonna change it up to the new one. And then we added this one for my desk. So I have an extra plug here by my bedside. And the fan is in. The fan is in. No one from Active. It looks really good though in the scene. Really looks even better when the place paint. The only thing I don't love about the fan is the light bulb thing. Wait, up on it, that big. Yeah, I really love it. I wish it was clear. Yeah, I like it, but it is what it is. I love the satin matte black. I'm good with it. And they took off the mirror off of this and it came off so clean. I'm actually surprised. Oh, and this is the old switch plate. Yeah, this is the old switch plate. Closed off one of them. Brought the cords together. And then we're gonna block it off. Anything. But I'm just like trying to get my thoughts together. That's why, you know. But I was just talking to mommy and I was saying that, because you guys know I'm doing my room and the only thing left right now is for me to basically paint and put the strips on the wall, as well as like drill the holes for like the door and the TV and the curtain rod and things like that. But it's like, first of all, the electrician went over budget by like 10 grand, because even though he was the person that wired the house like how many years ago, like years, when I say years I mean like at least 20 odd years ago, because he did my room. He was the one that actually did my room initially. But because of how the place was wired and because of the movements in terms of where I wanted certain things to go, he had quoted me a cost initially, and I budgeted based on the cost that he gave me, as well as the cost for hardware stuff, like for things that I needed to buy to get the job done, right? So I budgeted based on that. And so, but then when he came back and we kind of he started going into the wall, or at least checking where the cords and plugs were coming from, he realized that they were coming from like underneath. Like he laid the pipes for the electricity underneath the room instead of like going up to the ceiling, you know, based on like the switch plate and the movement of the switch plate, where you guys know I had it by the door to behind the door. So because of that movement, he had to do a bunch of stuff, and you guys would have seen like the wall and seen how much he had to cut through the wall to get to move like the different plugs and adding in the different plugs, moving the switch plate, all of that. So because he had to do a lot more movement in terms of where the I don't know what you'd call it, but like based on where the electricity like everything comes together, like all the plugs and stuff, he had to move in a certain direction. I don't know how to explain, but he had to move in a different direction in the wall to basically do what I wanted to do. But because of that, and because we thought the electricity was not underground but actually coming from the ceiling, we thought it would have been a lot less cutting into the wall. But because it's actually coming from underground, he had to do a lot of stuff. He had to cut off the electricity from underground and then move it somewhere else. It's complicated. I don't know how to explain it, and I don't know if any of that makes sense, but just know that him doing all of that and then basically him having to cut through the wall as well so much more made the job basically a 2-day job, you know, because I wanted him to do it in 1 day, he ended up having to do it in 2 days. So that brought up my budget by 10 grand, and that 10 grand that I didn't budget for would have been taken out of something else, which is basically like say the paint money basically, because when I had gotten a quote from Hypro, was it Hypro? No, you guys know I always mix them up. The one on, what is the name, Ferry. I got a quote from them just asking them how much for the paint and stuff, and I think it was roughly 10 grand, but also it would have probably been a little bit less than 10,000 because I wouldn't have gotten like a big jar of black paint. I would have probably gotten like the little one and then gotten like the big tub of white paint. But yeah, that was basically my paint money. So my paint money went to the electrician, you know. And then now it's just like because I went over budget on that, and you know I have to be paying different people to do little things. So I had to pay a mason now to come and smooth out back the wall, which he did today. I'll show you guys the wall later, but he also did that, and then I have to pay him to do that, and then I have to smooth off the wall in certain areas, and I want him to do that as well. And then also the drilling, are like adding the things onto the, you know, like everything is costing, and it's not that I didn't plan on it, but it's just that because one part of it went over budget, it basically has just caused a ripple effect in everything else. So because of that, now I'm trying to figure out if I should just buy like the wall strips and then have like the guy that's supposed to do all the drilling into the wall. Like if we make him put the strips on the wall and do all the other drilling requiring things, and then just paint the walls at the end of the month when I have another budget to work with, you know, when I get paid and stuff. So that's what I'm thinking about, but I'm just like, then I would have to wait to fully move into my room, you know, like I'd have to put back the things in my room and then move out again, you know what I mean? And I just wanted to do everything one time and just done. But no, it's just like what makes sense, you know, because I don't want to like just do everything and then be completely broke for the next 2 weeks, you know what I mean? Like I don't know if that makes sense, you know. So we're going to see. We're gonna see.
Yeah, I just finished doing some cocktail content, and which you guys will see on rum day because these vlogs are a little behind. But I'm now like using this, which is the same thing you guys know I used on my walls, to stick these together to make my side table. So I just added some adhesive at the top to do the top part, so I'm gonna stick that on it. But you see this little dark part that you're seeing is where I put the cement in. So I mix cement and put it down there. So really and truly should have made it dry, but I don't have my patience, so I'm gonna leave it to dry tonight, you know, along with everything else. But I'm gonna put that top part on, and then I'm gonna spray paint it and see how it looks.